All right, movie freaks, strap in. I'm your host, Anthony, the poor bastard who watched this whole film so you don't have to. Around here, we don't do film studies. We do film roast.
What's wrong?
So let's crack open The Terminator, a film that taught us two things. Time travel is confusing as shit, and Arnold Schwarzenegger only needs 3 lines of dialogue to become a Hollywood legend. Let's go. Alright, so here's the setup. In the year 2029, machines take over the world because apparently nobody thought giving nukes to a computer was a bad idea. Oh, and the machines, they send back Arnold. Basically, an Austrian murder fridge with a shotgun. Because if you're going to wipe out humanity, you might as well do it with perfect biceps and no sense of humor. Sarah Connor, just your average waitress, whose main hobbies are serving coffee and accidentally becoming the mother of the human race's savior. Kyle Reese, the time-traveling soldier who looks like he hasn't slept since Vietnam. His job, protect Sarah, save the future, and awkwardly explain time travel without sounding insane. And the Terminator. Imagine you're Alexa, but instead of mispronouncing Despacito, it kicks down your door and says, "I'll be back." Arnold lands in 1984.
I'm a friend
completely
of Sarah
naked.
Connor.
Because apparently time travel hates clothes, but loves muscles.
Where is she?
He immediately goes on a
Look,
shopping
it may take a
spree.
while.
And by shopping spree, I mean kills everyone and steals their shit. Kyle Reese shows up, and unlike Arnold, he doesn't get cool sunglasses. Nope. Kyle gets chased by cops, shot at,
I'll be back.
has to steal a homeless man's clothes, and spends most of the movie looking like a stressed out raccoon. Alright, let's pause for a second and appreciate how The Terminator is also unintentionally a documentary of 1980s Los Angeles. The fashion, trench coats, big hair, and shoulder pads so wide you can land a helicopter on them. Technology, payphones, nightclubs with neon lights, and tape recorders the size of bricks. And of course, the cops class. 80 movies cops who never believe anything until a building explodes in their face. Reese literally screams, "He's a robot from the future," and the cops are like, "Nah, sounds like PCP to me." Then we get the leather jacket and sunglasses.
Stay here.
Arnold struts out like the world's scariest mall god, and suddenly, that became the look of the decade. Forget Armani suits or Wall Street ties. What men really wanted was to look like a pissed-off biker who just lost a race. And the guns! Oh boy. Arnold raids a gunshop and casually picks up enough firepower to start a small war. The gun clerk's like, "You can't take that one, it's a plasma rifle." And Arnold's like, "Wrong. Hey. America in one scene, folks." Obviously, one of the best scenes is the night.
Watch him.
Sarah's just trying to enjoy a margarita when Arnold strolls in like he's about to DJ a German techno set. The whole place turns into a bullet buffet, with Reese doing his best Rambo impression. This is also the first time Sarah realizes, oh shit, her Tinder date is actually a time-traveling freedom fighter. And let's be honest, this was probably the only nightclub in history where not dancing actually saved your life. Alright, after the shootout, Reese and Sarah get dragged into a police station. Now, in any normal world, the cops might believe the guy ranting about a killer robot because there's a 7-foot Austrian murderer machine that trail corpses across the city. But nope, they just laugh it off and stick him in the interrogation room. And this leads into one of the most iconic moments in cinema history. Arnold walks in, scans the front desk, and says, "I'll be back." And boy does he come back, like a wrecking ball, literally driving through the damn station in a pickup truck. Miley Cyrus could never do that. Meanwhile, Sarah Connor has no idea she's the most important uterus in history. She just wants to live her life, but instead she's being hunted by a robot built like a tank and powered by pure protein shakes. Now, if you're thinking too hard about the time travel logic, your brain will melt faster than the T-1000 in a still mill. Still mill. Like if John Connor sends his own dad back in time, doesn't that make him his own grandpa?
This way.
I'm not saying this movie is incest, but it's definitely flirty. The Terminator racks up more kills than a Call of Duty lobby. Reese throws pipe bombs like he's playing Mario Kart, and Sarah finally realizes, holy shit, I'm the main character. And then we get the ending scene. Crushes Arnold in a hydraulic press, proving once and for all, no matter how badass you are, you can't beat industrial place safety equipment. And that's basically the Terminator. A film that gave us one of the greatest catchphrases in cinema history. And made every dude in the 80s buy a pair of sunglasses they didn't need. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe and like if you found any interest or enjoyment in this. Make sure you share it around with anybody you think might enjoy it too. Or I'll assume you secretly enjoyed Terminator Genesis. See you next time for another roast. Well, everybody, that's a wrap on No, It's You, Not Me, where myths get roasted and truth just vibes. If you laughed, learned, or maybe both, drop a like, hit subscribe, and share this with someone who needs a reality check. We'll be back with more soon. Thanks for joining us.